And my next question for you is, it seems that more and more in today's society and just the societies in the world today, people are more depressed, more anxious, more suicidal than ever before. Is that a symptom of something unusual going on in our society? Is it just people that are more comfortable talking about it now? What is it? Why are so many people depressed?
It's a good question. It's a question. I think at least part of it is the complexity of our society. It isn't certain how the future is going to lay itself out, and it isn't certain that what you knew in the past is going to be sufficient for you to move forward into the future. So there's lots of opportunity, but it's very complex. And it's not easy to keep up in our world. You know, like if you look around the world, you might think, well, the happiest people are those where the standard of living is the highest. That's actually not the case.
Right.
And you think, okay, but why wouldn't that be the case? It's like, what do you want? Malaria and death at 40? Obviously not. But then you think, okay, what's the price you pay for a high standard of living? Well, that's easy. You virtually always sacrifice the present for the future. You're always working.
Wow, what a profound statement, and he's absolutely correct. You would think that the country, modern-day Western society, the ones with the most conveniences, the ones that have the most amenities, the ones that have the highest standard of living, that they would be the happiest. But it's the opposite. What a mind-blowing thing. I don't think we understand what he just stated. That the country that we consider third world or lesser are more happy. Think about what that means. The less they have, the more fulfilled they have. The more we have, the less we feel fulfilled. The sadder we get, the more unhappy we get. And with that comes with a plethora of dysfunctions that are off the chart.
Court documents show a teenage girl is accused of stabbing a 68-year-old Fall River woman.
Oh, it was 20 times.
The Bristol County District Attorney's Office identified the victim as Ana Vasquez. Her accused killer is 15-year-old Heavenly Arroyo.
Think about the opioid addiction in most Western societies. For example, the United States make up 4% of the world, but yet consumes 80% of its opioids. Suicide rate is skyrocketing.
East Baton Rouge Parish Coroner's Office confirmed to People magazine that Desaria did in fact die by suicide. Paula then hinted at the underlying mental health issues, which ultimately led her to end her own life.
But it's not amongst the poor or those who don't have anything. It's amongst the elite. It's amongst those who feel that they have to have the best. It's amongst college graduates who come from high standards of living. These are the people who are committing suicide.
And every day you're thinking, okay, this has to be done, and this has to be done, and this has to be done. And it pays off. I mean, you have a nice studio and I would presume a reasonably comfortable life, but it's not like you're not running on a treadmill to keep that going. And so that's security and it's health, but it isn't necessarily happiness, and it's certainly not necessarily freedom from anxiety. And I would say most people in the modern world, weirdly enough, have far too much to do. You know, 2 career families and a couple of kids. It's like, man, you're done. That's 60 hours a week of flat out work. So, and that can be too much.